fried bread. Ooh, fried bread. Ooh, fried bread. Cause we the fried bread snacking, 49 crashing. Fill it out, beat it up, bow wow packing. We the fried bread snacking, 49 crashing. Fill it out, beat it up, bow wow packing. Make the fried bread, make the fried bread, make the fried bread.
We're talking all things fry bread.
So fry bread here at the fair is one of the most popular foods that people when they come to the fair, they get, and they often think that this is a traditional food that indigenous people have had for years, and it really isn't.
Fry bread, the food we all know and love, has only been around for 100 years or so.
It is a food that developed out of a system of rationing when the United States government provided American foods to indigenous people.
These rations were things like flour, salt, and oil, which are key ingredients in today's fry bread recipes, but were not a part of traditional diets for indigenous tribes.
So indigenous people took the foods that the United States government provided and were creative.
Today, many indigenous people adapted fry bread into their culture. And for Vanessa Sanchez, the owner of Fat Baby Fry Bread, it has helped her provide for her family.
I love feeding people. My love language is definitely food.
She says despite fry bread's origin, she is moving this small piece of indigenous history into a positive direction.
Being a really successful business, growing as much as we did, and people loving my bread and our huckleberry butter, that means everything to me.
They say, yeah, my first pieces of fry bread, those are always the spirit ones.
It is part of our culture now. Even though it's only been around for about 100 years, we have adapted it into something that is well known in all of our communities.
As fry bread served its purpose, indigenous people are finding hope in reconnecting to traditional foods they were once not allowed to eat.
And a lot of indigenous communities now are actually revitalizing their native foods and their native plants and going back to native foods.
Foods like bison, prairie turnips, bitterroot, and service berries, but fry bread still has its place today.
It's still made out of love, and it's still made to feed other people.
And fry bread will continue to be a food that we all love. In Missoula, I'm Robin Iron, MTN News.
Chopping up that white stuff, all-purpose flour, gotta mix it right up, right. Hit the breads with the shits, they eat it right up. Greasy fried bread, greasy fried bread. Sweat dripping down the face from the stove top. Greasy fried bread, greasy fried bread. Slap that dough, then watch the grease pump. Greasy fried bread, greasy fried bread. Sweat dripping down the face from the stove top. Greasy fried bread, greasy fried bread. Slap that dough, then watch the grease pump.
Mutton sandwich and prickly pear.
This is my bread and butter. It's a grab and go. A lot of people just kind of hang around here. I used to sit around and watch my mom make the dough and stuff. I wasn't cooking, I was just watching her, and because I was always hungry.
Every tribe, or maybe every family, has a different way to make fry bread. Our fry bread is a lot different than the other vendors around here. Kneading the bread, putting your good thoughts into it, that's the most important ingredient, like soul food. Corn, beans, and squash, that's basically our staple. Fry bread didn't come around until after we came back from the long walk.
We're not talking about the Native American cultural foods. How much of it is it really cultural versus not cultural? And there's a huge debate now. The storyline is, the white people took our cattle, our horses, our livestock. We have to resort to what we call that food distribution program. Canned foods, powdered substance, powdered eggs, powdered milk. We weren't given recipes. We knew how to farm, we knew how to hunt. I can only imagine that they had to play with it. It has really brought many negatives in general to our health. It was a common thing at our table side. It's what I know. It's what I was raised on. I was raised on the notation that fry bread is the best thing to have for 3 times a day. It's comforting because anything we eat when we were younger, yeah, we go back to it as we get older. We probably relied on the government food distribution for a number of reasons. It's something I'm trying to reverse in my mind and remind not only myself, but remind my children, you know, cultural food is not a part of what we call Navajo fry bread.
Thank you guys for serving the way you guys do. Y'all stay up, man. Good seeing you.
Fried bread. There are stands that sell only fried bread. And I saw that and I was like, I found my people.
Ooh, fried bread. Ooh, fried bread. Ooh, fried bread. Cause we the fried bread snacking, floating out crashing. Fill it out, beat it up, pow wow packing. We the fried bread snacking, floating out crashing. Fill it out, beat it up, pow wow packing. Make the fried bread, 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 make the fried bread. Grease popping when the fried bread dropping. Smell it in the air, got everybody stopping. From the fairgrounds, it ain't the sign. Them other people like it, but us Indians complain. Give me the chili, the beans, commodity cheese. Pile on top.
It's the best fry bread in the whole world.
Really?
It's so good they use it for communion back home. Arlene Joseph makes some Jesus fry bread. Fry bread that can walk across water. Fry bread rising from the dead.
Is that true? Huh? Come on, is that true?
Way back when, we were having a feast on our reservation. A good old feast. We didn't have a whole lot of food. Just a little bit of deer meat, a huge vat of mashed potatoes, some Coke, and fry bread. But the fry bread made all the difference in the world. You see, a good piece of fry bread turned any meal into a feast. Everybody sat at the tables waiting for the cooks to come with the fry bread. They waited and waited. But you see, there was 100 Indians at that feast and only 50 pieces of fry bread. Arlene kept trying to figure out what to do. I mean, it was her magical fry bread that everybody wanted, but Arlene knew what to do. You see, Arlene's fry bread was magic. Arlene was magic. She knew how to feed 100 Indians with only 50 pieces of fry bread. She went out to talk to the people. Listen, she said, there are 100 Indians here and only 50 pieces of fry bread. Everybody was mad. There was going to be a fry bread riot for sure. But then Arlene said, but I have a way to feed you all. She took a piece of fry bread, she held it over her head, and she ripped it in half.
Oh, that's a good story. Is that true? Is that true?
No, it's not true.
All I'm asking for, fried bread, fried bread, fried bread, fried bread.
What is fry bread? It's delicious. Fry bread is self-rising flour, milk, water. Very simple. Throughout my life, it's, you know, I love fry bread. I mean, I really do. I mean, who doesn't? It was part of my life growing up, and it brings people together. My name is Annette Lecce. I am Cherokee, and I live in the Rocky Mountain community in Stillwell, Oklahoma. What you doing? I've lived all my life in the Rocky Mountain community. I was born and raised here. My mom and, you know, my dad were from here as well. They both spoke Cherokee. My mom, she was really a strong Cherokee woman. Always looked after her family, you know, took care of us. No complaints whatsoever. And I mean, I do remember growing up, you know, eating Mom's fry bread. And it was delicious, you know. She made good fry bread. Seeing all of these native people out here, you know, making fry bread, because there are a lot of people that know how to make fry bread, and they do it well. And it's just amazing to see how something as simple as fry bread has really grown in popularity. I am part of Fry Bread Factory with my husband, William Lecce, and we've been doing it probably about going on 8 years now.
She's the manager, and I'm the cook. Since we've began, I've seen a lot more interest in Indian tacos and fry bread. We really try to do our best to be ambassadors, I'd say, of Native American culture and food, and bring some of our lifestyle to the public, you know, and to let people kind of feel where we're coming from, you know, and where we came from. We really take a lot of pride in that, you know, and for us, it's getting, the more success we have, of course, it helps to be able to give back to your community.
I told William, I said, well, you know, if you really want to do this, or if we're really going to do this, I said, I don't want to just be selling on the sideline. You know, we're going to go for it all the way. And there's a lot of times where people we serve, like, they've never really even heard of an Indian taco, or maybe they've heard about an Indian taco, but they don't really know what it is. So I kind of think that's neat too, because you can educate them and, you know, let them know that, you know, this is what fry bread is, or this is what an Indian taco is. And we really do try to serve the foods that we grew up on. The busy season usually starts around, you know, the first part of, you know, springtime and summertime. Strawberry Festival, you know, we both love doing that because that's our hometown. And of course, Turkey Holiday, that's always a big one. That's really one of the ones that we really love to do because, you know, of course, it's good business. But also, we just like being a part of the holiday festivities. I mean, they even have a contest in Pawhuska for National Indian Taco Championship. For us, there's no pressure really. And you're there with 20, 23 other Indian taco vendors. And you just have to see if you're gonna make, to the finals, which we've always made the finals, knock on wood. In 2017, we did win the championship, and we've come in third place twice.
Third place goes to Fry Bread Factory.
I feel like the Indian Taco Championship is it's really a good venue for us because it gives us a lot of notoriety and lets you know that you're just pretty good. It's pretty good and people like it.